Everybody, get in here for another episode of Are You Dateable? I'm your host, MJ Harris.
And I'm your host, Rich LaRue.
And we've got a very special guest who will introduce to you in just a moment. But in the meantime, Rich, tell us what we're doing today.
All right, so here's the deal. Today is about dateable. We need to find out if he's dateable or not. So we need you guys to write and comment below and let us know if he's eligible from this bachelor to being dateable. But you gotta comment when you hear the questions and the answers. Comment below. We gotta know, so he gotta know. So it's up to you.
So make sure that you comment, be as active as possible. Of course, like this video, hit that thumbs up, and share this video tagging friends as well, because we want as many people who want to be as opinionated as possible. And if you know a single friend who may like our special guest, go ahead and tag them on here as well. Your DMs are going to be full.
But before y'all get too full, make sure y'all get full of this merch. Y'all see what this shirt say, right? It says, call me who?
Oh my
Call
God.
me who?
You want them to call you daddy?
Call me daddy.
He say, talk back to me. And mine says, I'm the catch, baby. You can get these shirts at www.shopmjharris.com. Now, who are you and what do you do?
My name is Dami Onilobo. I'm a chef and actor and model, so I do all three.
So you African?
Yeah, I'm African. Yeah,
Oh.
West African. Nigerian to be exact.
Nigerian to be exact. Do you speak Wakanda?
Nah, I speak Yoruba.
He speaks Yoruba. Okay, so let me tell you this.
So you can cook, man. My God.
He can cook, y'all. So we got 5 questions that we're going to ask.
Okay.
And within these 5 questions, there's no right or wrong answer. It's just the answer that you feel is most authentic to what you feel. And with every answer, we want you all to give your opinion on what Dami says. And if you got your own answer for if someone asks you the same question, feel free to comment with it. We want to know your information as well, because your king or your queen may be reading the comments threads for all you know.
Facts.
So let's go ahead and jump in. I got my questions right here. Okay, I'm going to make it easy for the first. I'm going to
Okay.
make it easy
All
for the
right.
first one. Describe the perfect woman for you.
The perfect woman. I don't think they exist. But
Ooh.
my ideal perfect woman, she has to be funny.
Okay.
She has to be ambitious. She has to be clean, because there are a lot of dirty women out there. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not even gonna hold.
What you
y'all.
mean by dirty? Like, give me an example of a dirty woman.
Like their room.
Yeah.
Like you have to at least make the bed. That's essential. Like if you can't make the bed,
So the bed is not made in a dirty room?
yeah, that's just a start.
Okay, all
Then,
right.
then we have the hair on the floor. Then we have the nail polish.
Oh.
You know, like
I can't stand when the makeup is on the sink.
yeah, like what's going on?
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, she has to be clean, ambitious, funny, and just family oriented and believes in God and attractive, of course. Like that's a given. But yeah. You know what I'm saying? The Holy Spirit is essential.
I want y'all to do this. So I'm just curious. I want you all to comment below this video and let us know what is your idea of the perfect guy or the perfect woman for you. So go ahead and comment below with that. I'm going to read your comments later on.
Okay. My
Rich thinks you're already dateable for these women out
Yo,
here.
I mean, for real though, he cooks. See, he sounds like a Virgo. Are you a Virgo?
I'm a Virgo. That's crazy how you guess.
You're a
it.
Virgo. Yo, how did you guess that?
Because he named all the traits that I would say. I'm very clean. I'm very OCD. The makeup on the sink. When he went to specific, his hair on the floor.
That's crazy.
The fact when he just said about the bed being made up, it's a start. Because if you make up your bed, you're bound to do more with having a clean environment.
I don't think I've made my bed in the last 35 years.
Then you was
my
one
life.
of them nasty.
No, I ain't nasty. Hold on, let me define clean for y'all, okay? Because some of y'all
what's
gonna feel the
clean?
same way. To me, clean is that bathroom is clean, that toilet is clean, that sink is clean, that tub is clean. You see what I'm saying? No food left out, nothing like that. Now, me having the bed not be all the way made up, or me having, the sweater that I wore yesterday happen to be laying across the chair, to me, that's just lived.
Now what happened?
But that's everything you named was public environment. That wasn't your private space. Your private space is the bedroom. And so you just said the bathroom has to be clean. Everybody goes in the bathroom, so it has to be clean.
Yeah.
Nobody goes in your bedroom, so what's going on in the bedroom?
You want to see the most intimate space.
The intimate space has to be clean. Like my mom said, if you practice laying your bed or making your bed up, it's just, it just drives discipline and with whatever you have going on with the rest of your life. So just make up your bed. Like once a day, you just see how disciplined you are.
Speaking of your mom, this is a bonus question. We're not playing, so I just thought about this, okay? Because anytime a man quotes his mother, you know that she had a very influential figure. She was a very influential figure in your life. So let me ask you this, okay? You are dating somebody. You've been with her for 3 years. Y'all live together. You love her. Right. All this. I mean, y'all may be engaged by this point. But her and your mother get into a dispute. I mean, it's a good dispute. They may not disrespect each other, but it's a dispute. Right. And then your mother comes to you and says, I don't like her. You need to be done with her. She's not good for you. Right? And the girl says to you, listen, your mother's a lot. I do not want to be around her. Okay? How do you handle that? That's a tough situation.
That is a tough situation. I know my mom, and my mom has never stirred me wrong. Every woman advice she's ever given me has been correct. But at times she could be irrational with her thought process because she's old school. So sometimes she might not understand, what the new people are going through or how we communicate.
And she's your mom. So
yeah, she's my mom. So I mean, I'm not gonna just jump the gun and be like, oh, I'm just gonna leave one and take the other side. It's just like we all have
to. She said, "Don't come to my house for Christmas with that girl."
I mean, my mom's very understanding, because she raised me, single mom, so she's very understanding that sometimes she could just be over the top. But that's just a conversation that we have to have, and if it continues, then I don't know. But
you choose a mama or girl.
It would depend on how much I love that girl. Yeah.
And if y'all was really listening, for those of you that may say that wanted to put him in the category of a mama's boy, if you listen closely, he said his mom has always been right thus far, but he knows the difference between old school and new school because how women were back then are not the same right now.
And it ain't even about a back then or now thing. It's about this is your child. Okay, you always have a different opinion when it comes to your child. So facts. She could be a new school mom, but at the end of the day, you still her baby, and the standard she sets for you is going to be really high. I'll tell you this from my own experience. I had to learn how to, I'm very close to my mother. I had to literally learn how do I set boundaries with my mother so that it doesn't interfere with my relationship. So one of the things I do personally, because I know my mother tends to, because one of the things
I am hungry
right now. I'm starving. So one of the things that I've learned to do with my mother is I don't even tell her about who I'm dating until I know it's very, 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 very serious, because I don't want to hear an opinion that's going to skew me one way or the other. And then when we're together, if I ever get in an argument with the person I'm dating, I won't tell her about it unless it is so serious that I have to tell her about it. Because if she hears one thing, she's going to hold on that to forever. Right. Even though we done healed and forgave each other. So I've learned to kind of be measured on what I share because she's my mother and she's going to always side with me. All right. I know you got the next question.
Man, listening to you talk, man, what is something that you feel that you have to work on? Like if all your exes was to come together and say, this is what's wrong with him, what would they say?
What would their consensus be?
It would. I'll probably say patience, and I know that for like a fact. Patience and my passiveness, because I'm not one to.
You're too patient sometimes. So hold on. So you say you don't know how to be patient, but you also too passive. How does that work together?
Like sometimes I don't have patience in where it's I kind of jump the gun as far as how I express myself or how I feel. And then when we get into an argument, I'm not going to argue back, but I just won't talk to you. I would just avoid it. Yeah, I would just completely just shy back and just avoid that whole conversation until I'm ready to talk about it. I'm not going to talk about it in the moment, but I'll do passive things.
Virgo.
So let me
Virgo all day.
Yeah, that's you all day too?
No, I'm just saying. No, I just agree. That's a Virgo. I had no y'all watching right now. We just met. We did not plan this. This was not planned at all.
Let me tell you this. This is the honest God truth. We had someone cast for this spot today. They canceled last minute. Okay, just putting it out there. Okay, don't do that with an MJ Harris shoot. All right, I got a long memory. But long story short, Dami had reached out this morning because I reached out to him yesterday, and he just saw the message this morning. I said, "Are you available in 2 hours?" He said, "Yes." I said, "Come to Hollywood. We're filming." So there was no pre-interview, no pre-nothing. We all just met for the first time, literally a half hour ago.
Right.
And vibes is real for my Virgo people.
So I want to go into this a little bit deeper because I'm the exact opposite. I'm one of these people where if we are arguing or in a disagreement and you shutting down and disengaging and being passive, that's going to make me engage more. So the more you disengage, the more I'm going to engage more, which makes you disengage more. So with that said, what I have found is that we often are attracted to folks who are, I want to say the opposites, but folks who are complementary to us. So you are in a relationship with a woman, you're disengaging, she's engaging more, and she don't want to shut down or shut up. And she's like, no, we're going to talk about this right now. Come on back here. She's on all that. You know what they do. How you going to handle that?
Oh, that's the type I've always been with.
I figured that.
Yeah, they're the hotheads. They're the ones that want to talk about it right now. And then they're the ones who get mad at me for not wanting to talk about it and just like avoid it at all costs. So
yeah.
I think I'm just...
How do you handle a hothead?
Passive. I just don't talk.
That doesn't make them calm down.
I mean, I don't know, because I'm like, I feel like for them to be hot, they have been used to like just toxic men, you know?
Comment below. Do y'all feel this is true?
I feel for them to go from 0 to 100, they have been used to like that hothead dude to where it's just like, oh nah, he gonna, blah blah blah, cuss him out and all that stuff. So when they meet somebody who's just like we can talk about it later, they're like, what? They were like, what you talking now? We go, because they're not used to that.
That's facts.
So if they have somebody calm, they're not.
But it can be triggering either way, because I'm going to speak from the other side of it, right? Mm-hmm. Because for me, I'm not a hothead, but, I'm highly emotional. Let's just say that. And so with that understood, I generally have always been attracted to guys who are a little bit more on the calm side. Mm-hmm. But here's the thing. It's like I will get triggered when he's calming down more, or being way too calm and disengaging, because I'm like, hold on, no, I need to hear from you. So it's not that I'm popping off because I'm toxic or because that's my history. It's that you being so calm makes me engage, because I'm like, no, we need to talk about this. This needs to be resolved. I don't want to go to bed mad. You don't need to go to work without us resolving this. So we're engaging more because we really want to fix it. Mm-hmm. But from your side, you're feeling like they're engaging more because of what?
I don't know. I just feel like they want to do it on their time in that moment. And for me, I have to process everything and then talk about it. Because if you say something in that moment, like sometimes you're going to say some things that you don't really mean. Or like not get everything that you want to say out because you're just thinking about that moment. But it could be just other stuff that you want to talk about. You know what I'm saying? That brought these emotions up. So if you give it a moment, if you just like, all right, babe, let's just take a brief second, calm down, and we can talk about it later. But right now, I'm about to like head out, just watch, you know what I'm saying? We just sit in silence. I have no problem with that. But to talk about it right now, and then you're just gonna stir me up after I've worked so hard to be patient.
And what happens when you stir it up?
Then I become that same dude that they've been with, where we're just barking and yelling. I'm popping off. Yeah, I'm popping off. Like, just let me be calm.
So you're protecting her from you. You're basically protecting her from your dark side, so to speak. Because we all got a dark side.
Yeah, we all got a dark side. It's like I'm trying to show her there's another side of communication. Like, you don't always have to go neck and neck, toe to toe. You don't always have to like name call or be like, or like belittle somebody. You could just, that's just a lot. So y'all could take our time and talk.
How do you handle it, Rich? I'm curious about that on your side.
Man, it's just listening to what he's saying. I've been there. Mm-hmm. A lot of women that feel they have to prove a point when they can't get the reaction out of you that they want, they have to belittle you and make you feel lower than yourself. And also what they do, they start to make their problems your problems by putting their problems on you by saying that, oh no, you have the same issue I do and you need to work on this as well. No, I don't. Just because you have issues and you're not healed from something,
Rich
don't mean
going
I
through
am.
something right now. It's okay.
But that's just facts. I mean, because I've been through it. And that's the part about this. I can tell by how he's speaking. Mm-hmm. He's speaking genuinely from experience. Mm-hmm. And your experience is what makes you. And when you really listen to him, it's like, and based on other people that we've interviewed as well, it's like, it's not about being hyped and proving points. When you're wrong as a woman or a man, you're wrong.
You know what I always say? I always say that if you want a healthy relationship, then you have to make it a priority to have peace above proving your point. If your only focus is on proving a point and that is a priority over peace, then you will have a toxic relationship. So while we're on the subject of exes, I just a little steamy, okay? So if you Dami's mommy, cover your ears on this one, okay, my dear? All right? So here's the next question.
Okay.
If all of your exes got together and they had to come to a consensus about this is his go-to, this is Dami's go-to for pleasing me in the bedroom, and he's damn good at this, what would that answer be?
Just one?
I'm sure the ladies are like, you know, elaborate on more then. He's multifaceted.
All right. Well, I've never heard that I wasn't great at, giving women, oral.
Fixation.
You know what I'm saying?
He goes for the bottom.
Yeah,
okay.
I get hungry. So yeah.
You
be hungry.
So you're confident that you know that if you do that, that you know she's gonna be happy with?
Yeah, I'm very confident.
Anything else?
Like just the regular sex stuff. I mean, we talking positions.
Oh, what's your star position? You're on the field. What's your star position?
Now y'all making me all flustered.
What is it? Ladies? Everybody watching this video has sex. Everyone in this room has sex.
Yeah.
That's the one thing we all have in common. So no stigma around that.
All right. I'd say top 2, I would say from the back. Nah, that's number 2.
Back shots.
Yeah, back shots is number 2. Number 1, I would say I'm on top. Like with her legs on the shoulders. Yeah, I'm on top. With the legs on the shoulders.
I'm trying to hold on. So you on top?
Wait, what?
Oh, get it.
I'm on top of her and she's laying down.
But her legs are
her
back.
her legs
He's
are
trying to
on.
go deep. Okay, he trying to hit that throat.
See,
That's what he's trying to do. Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
I want y'all to comment below. What is your top way of pleasing your partner in the boudoir? Okay, I'm just curious.
I'm gonna
about
tell you
that.
my signature move.
What's that?
Remember Soul Food? When he had it up against the wall, I like freestanding being in the middle of nowhere,
Or just-
and then you just grab the leg, whip it, and you just
carry it. Or
yeah, right.
You gotta have a nice gym session before though. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes I try to be going to sleep.
Oh yeah.
Your arm is gonna
Yeah, sometimes like you know what I'm saying. You just in the
What
mood.
if,
So
what
I'm
if
like,
she a real big girl? Can you handle that?
a real big jump.
I'm gonna put on a swing. I'm gonna have it hanging from the top. And I'm
Rich,
gonna
really?
I'm just saying.
I mean, we deadlifting now. We deadlifting. I know what I'm saying. We gonna power clean that thing like.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, but I've never been with a big girl before.
What, you
even
open to
though I used to be big, I've never been with.
You
a big
were?
girl. Yeah, I used to be 250.
What'd you do to lose the weight?
We need to send them before and after pictures. We gotta post
We're
that.
gonna post it before and after.
Yeah,
picture
we
right
gotta-
now.
Y'all gonna be in the DMs after that. Nah, I mean, I moved to LA because I already knew I wanted like to act and model and all that. And where I was at with my way, I'm like, I just moved out. I'm like seeing all these beautiful people just fit. I'm like,
LA will change. your
Yeah, LA will
perspective on
change- yeah,
fitness real
because
fast.
I've-
I got to train in my first week here.
yeah, I'm saying like. I've always been in the gym, but my eating was like terrible because like I'm a chef, so I'll be at work just eating,
Good point.
whatever. I'll go out, and I used to drink a lot too, like back in college. So it was just the eating, the drinking, and the lack of consistency. So when I moved here, I didn't drink for a year. I worked out 5-6 days a week, sometimes 2 a days, and like I started meal prepping my own meals. So it only took a year to get my body looking like how it is now, but it took maybe 6 months for just to see the actual change. You know?
If you all go to his Instagram, and I'm sure you will, what you will see is that the results speak for themselves. So what I'm hearing, although this isn't a diet segment, was you changed your diet and you became consistent with working out.
I could be a personal trainer. That's
You could do that too.
Y'all saw that?
I love it. I'm sure you do virtual sessions too. Send them some meal plans and everything like
I
that.
can send them anything.
I'm expanding your business.
I actually got another question for
What's
you,
that?
man. Just because of your background and where you come from, man. For people watching, I feel loyalty is a big thing where you come from. What's your definition of being loyal in a relationship?
To be honest, I've only had one girlfriend, and I was in college, so like I've just been like dating. And so,
What you been doing since then?
You know what I'm saying? Just being a little cub, just prowling around. But loyalty, I feel like if I'm down, don't try to what I'm saying. Don't try to make it seem like I'm a loser or like you're better than me when you're up. If I'm down, you better be like, yo. If you're down, we kind of down together. So
Be
be
supportive
supportive.
of
Like,
you.
yo, like we gonna try to make it to where you get back on your feet, and I'm gonna be here with you, and not be in a group text talking about this nigga.
Have you ever
You know what I'm
experienced
saying? No, I mean, but I just know I've seen others to where it's like, or I've just seen women in general just belittle somebody because they don't have it right now, and I feel like that's a thing in this generation where it's like everybody wants it now. Nobody wants what could be. Because I made a point, you know what I'm saying? Because you could see a dude driving a Prius, right? And then you see a dude in a G-Wagon. Who's the first person that women are gonna go to?
It depends on the woman.
No. And they're both handsome, right? They're both handsome.
Okay, so I would say how you look.
Oh, yeah,
now.
and they're both handsome, right?
Okay.
You're gonna go. He got a G-Wagon. Like, why would I go on a Prius, right? The whole time he has a 750 credit score, he has a 400. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Once they live a little bit longer, they start to realize the guy.
That's what I'm saying. That's
He
what I'm
may be
saying.
being more responsible with his
Economical.
money.
They want the now instead of what could be, because that 750 would take you so many other places than the G-Wag.
Could you be with a woman who makes significantly more money than you?
I have no problem with a woman making more money than me. It's the fact that I don't want her to think that I'm less of a man because she has more money than me.
Okay.
You know, because I'm still a man. Like, we all have different avenues that we're trying to pursue in life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, she could be a startup of a company and billionaire, and she's attracted to me. Like, I'm not starting shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's not me. I chose to, and if I go big in my career, as long as I'm happy in what I'm doing, I'm cool. And, like, you have to be able to accept that. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you love me for me, then the finances shouldn't matter. Especially if I'm doing my stuff, Like, I'm not on the couch just at home, just playing Nintendo or whatever. Like, I'm out getting it. Yeah.
I can
it's just
relate
different.
to you so much, man, because it's like when you think about it, a lot of women, they do want the now, and it doesn't help when you look at social media and you see all of these things. But what people have to learn is that same guy had to start exactly where we are.
Right.
And you want to catch him on his come up because once he get up, he already got somebody. In most cases.
And a lot of people don't even share the downs. They just show.
But I think there's a lot of women who's willing to ride it out with a man. I think that what happens for a lot of women is that they're willing to ride it out with a man, and they choose the wrong man to ride it out with, where they think he has potential. They try to ride it out with him. She gets burned because he really is not going to become his potential. And then so she says, I have to have a certain baseline, and that baseline ends up sometimes being a little too unrealistically high. And when I say too high, meaning she's ruling out guys who could be an amazing catch, but he doesn't meet the standard financially. So I think that it's all about balance.
I also feel like it's your circle. So if you're a woman, if all of your friends are single, you're never gonna be happy.
Facts.
You're never gonna be
Say
happy.
that.
I promise you.
Do not get relationship advice from your friends who can't never
keep a man. If their friends are always single, they're always gonna be like, they're not gonna understand when y'all get into a fight. Oh, me and such and such got in an argument, blah. They're gonna be like, nah, let's go out. F that dude. We gonna, you know what I'm saying? They're not gonna be like, just talk it up, because people in relationships, they understand the fights. They understand that, it's just, a rough time, but y'all gonna get through it. Single girls, it's over.
I call it the vault. So anytime I'm in a relationship with somebody, I say in the beginning of it, this is a conversation I have. It's one of my questions. I say, how much do you talk to your friends about what's happening in your relationships? And I ask honestly, and I say, well, here's what I do. Here's my preference. My preference is that our relationship is a vault. And what I mean by the vault is that anything having to do with us stays between us. I'm not trying to isolate you. I'm not trying to say you can't talk to nobody ever. What I am trying to say is, let's be conscious of what we share, because what I don't want to do is talk to one of my friends about an argument we have, and then they look at you crazy from then on out. Yeah. And that's unfair to you. Yep. So just give me the same respect. This is our relationship to build, and if it works or if it fails, it's on us.
Because that'll tarnish our whole relationship.
It will.
When y'all hanging out in public.
All right.
And then they could just feel like negative thoughts in your head at that moment. You know what I'm saying? And then all of a sudden, that's how you feel when you generally never felt like that. Because when you hear outside opinions, it's just like, oh, maybe that's true, when essentially it's not.
And then you gotta know how to discern the person that's giving you that advice. Yeah. If they ain't never had nothing, why are you gonna listen to them?
Well, they date different types of people, because you may, like you said, you're a little bit more on the controlled side. You said you can be a little passive at times, which is fine. That's who you naturally are. But if the friend who's giving her advice is a very reactive, aggressive person who's not used to dating someone like you, her advice is not going to be applicable to you. Sometimes the person giving advice, the advice isn't bad, but the advice is not applicable to the person that your friend is in a relationship with. Yeah. So to me, I personally, the only person I really talked about my relationships in terms of going into deep detail is my really, really, really close best friend. I call him my brother, because we are so close. We get each other, and we also have a respectful enough boundary where we will never try to tell the other person what to do in our relationships.
Another question for you, based on what we just said. Say, for example, you're dating somebody that you know they've been hurt, they've been through all of these things, and everything that you just said, you can see that in them. Are you going to say, you know what, let me hang around because I can see that you don't get me yet, and you know that they'll get it eventually? Or do you want to be that guy to sit there with them and build to that, or just let them go and let the next man take that?
It was funny because I just went through that. She went through a lot, like just a lot. I'm not even going to go into the details. And she had a kid, and like
while she was with you.
Like we were dating. Like she no I don't have a kid. Like she has a kid. Like she has
I thought you said she got pregnant while she was
no.
Okay.
No, like she had a kid with her previous boyfriend, and a lot of people were like, nah, why would you go out with somebody with a kid? Like, there's so many single girls. But I'm just like, yo, if you connect with somebody, like, it doesn't matter if they have a kid or not. It's just like there's something in that person that you see that's like other single women couldn't give you at that moment. So it's like, why not just try it out? But because of all that past whatever, and I know I had a part to do in it because of how I react to some things or how passive I am to some things. Like, I still have to grow out that part. But it was things in her past which she would bring up in our current situation, which kind of made me feel like it wasn't my time to be with her yet. You know what I'm saying? So it just didn't work.
She wasn't healed. Yeah,
it just didn't work. And it kind of hurts because you kind of like want to give it a shot, but at the end of the day, it's just like...
It takes two to tango.
Yeah, and you don't want to settle and deal with that and then miss who God has for you. You know what I'm saying? So so it's just like...
He preaching to the choir.
I have a question because you have said multiple times that you are pretty passive at times, which can be a strength, but it can also be clearly an issue. Yeah. So I'm going to paint a scenario for you, and I want you to tell me how you would react.
Okay.
All right? And I want y'all to say the same thing. What is your reaction in this same scenario? So you hear your girl's phone beeping, like clearly some texts are coming through. It's in the other room. She can't hear it, but clearly it's going off. So you pick up the phone to give it to her. You have no intention of opening her phone, but when you pick it up, you can see she's got the kind of notifications where you can read her screen. And you glance down, and what you see here is you see a message from a man's name that you've not heard of before in her life. And it says, I loved how much you loved my eggplant last night. Can't wait for you to get a taste of it tonight.
Did you text a girl you used to date or something?
This happened?
No. I was like, all these scenarios is like sounding real. No, I mean.
So, how would you react that? Because you're calm, you're passive. What you doing? You woosah and say hum. What you doing in there?
You stupid. That's what he
So in that moment, I'm gonna give her the phone and act like I didn't see it.
Really? Okay.
No,
okay.
You know what I'm saying?
You strategize. What you gonna do? Okay.
But then she's gonna realize throughout the day something's wrong because of how I'm gonna answer. Like, she's gonna be like, "How's your day?" I'm gonna just be dry.
Okay.
I'm not gonna address it. I don't know why, but in that moment, I feel like I'm gonna be hot if I address it. So I'm just gonna wait for her to be like, "What's wrong with you?" Then I'm gonna address it. I'm gonna be so petty, not intentionally.
What if
but
she never bring it up?
If she never
she gonna
bring it up because like she's gonna know like something's wrong. Like she's gonna know I saw, but she's gonna wonder why I didn't ask. And so throughout the day, she's gonna just try to check up. Oh, you okay? Like, what are you doing? And then like when she doesn't get the response that she wants, then it's gonna be like, yo, what's wrong?
And you'll tell her?
And I'll tell her.
How you gonna tell her?
I'll tell her calmly. I'm like, yo, like who's? I'm just like, who's that?
You staying with her? You're not staying with her? What you doing? Is cheating a deal breaker for you?
100%.
100%.
And I feel like right now I have trust issues because I just don't trust the whole. Yeah, when you see a girl put her phone down all the time, I don't trust that shit.
Oh, like the face down?
Yeah, the face down. I don't like it.
Can we tell y'all this, male or female? It does not reflect well for you to put your phone down. People say, well, I want to put my phone down so I don't get a bunch of notifications. It doesn't matter. I don't care about your notifications.
Everywhere I go, my phone is face up. Because it's just not a...
I put it down on camera.
It's not a natural reaction for you to have your phone, looking at your phone, and then do that. The natural reaction is just to put it down.
So, okay.
You put your phone down?
So, look, we grab a phone like this. 2 reasons I keep my phone down. One, because normally we have a screen protector on this side, and once you scratch the camera, you're done. So therefore, I just don't do this.
I ain't never scratched my camera in the
it's
decades
true.
I've had an iPhone.
Depending on where you are, but it's like I put my phone on like this because it's always protected if we're outside. So when I grab my phone, I look at it like this.
So your girl says, baby, you put your phone down all the time, and it makes me uncomfortable because I dated a guy before.
Would you compromise?
Once again, he just said it. Then she's bringing her past relationship
I'm asking
issues
you a
into
situation
me.
Though, because the reality is that
that's my
none
reaction.
of us meet somebody and we don't have a past and they don't have a past. And I think that if you're coming from the mindset that anytime someone's past stuff comes up, it's just on you need to fix it, that's going to be a very challenging path forward in relationships. I think there's got to be some room for compromise. So I guess what I'm saying is there room for compromise? If she says, baby, I'm not saying you're cheating, I'm just saying it is triggering for me. would you be willing to compromise with her?
The fact that even as politely as you just said that, you've already said that you have a thought. The thought already crossed your mind that something could be going wrong. When a woman is secure, she's not worried about nothing, whether your phone's down or up, especially when she sees, because you may be out with the homies or something and the phone's always down. You know, it's just, the phone should not be an issue.
So you think that's an insecurity thing?
Yes, it's insecurity. I'm not. If I
what y'all think? Comment below. Let me know what y'all think.
If I feel like, I need to ask you about your phone and what you doing and whatnot, I don't want to be with you.
This is my thought on it, right? Go ahead.
I'm not saying like I'll ask. Like it's just an observation for me. Now I'm not gonna be like, yo, why is your phone always down? You know, like if I see it all the time, I'm like, I'm gonna take note. I'm like, and then if I see, if I see that, say for instance, she comes to my job, whatever, she's with her girlfriends. And the phone, and it's a different vibe with the phone. Mm-hmm. I'm not one to speak on things. I'm just one to take note. Mm-hmm. Because like, if you don't do the things you do around me with your other homies, then you know what I'm saying. Obviously, you're hiding something. But I'm not gonna make it seem like I'm insecure. Be like, nah, why you doing this? Why you doing that? No, for me, I just observe, take notes, and keep it moving.
What I would do in that situation is this. Because I feel like this, everybody's got a past. Unless you're their first relationship, their first everything, everyone's got a past. And I think that we have to give people grace to accept the fact that people are human. Mm-hmm. And so with that understood, you got insecurities just like anyone who you date would have insecurities. So insecurities in and of themselves are not a bad thing. It's just about how they deal with them. So in that situation, if I'm dating a guy and he says to me, baby, your phone, you always put it down, and I'm not saying you're doing anything at all, but it just kind of stood out to me. What I would say in that situation is this. I would say, baby, well, here's the deal with me. I'm not doing anything at all, right? But if it makes you feel more comfortable, I'm more than happy to be conscious of not putting my phone down. Now, I do it habitually, so there may be times where I do it without even thinking about it, but I'm more than happy to do that because of the fact that for me, what I recognize is that sometimes in a relationship, in my opinion, in a healthy relationship, it's about what can I do to make my partner comfortable without compromising my own integrity or my own boundaries. Now, if he's saying, I need to check your text messages, well, that's a whole other story. It's hard enough finding someone that you really, really, really like and really click with that, to me, holding my ground on you insecure and I'm not going to do this, I don't know. I just feel like for me, in my experience, that creates more issues than anything else.
Can I ask y'all a question?
What's that?
So if y'all go on a date, right?
Okay.
Is, being on your phone a deal breaker?
How much are they on their phone?
No, like for me, if I go on a date, my phone is never up.
That's fair.
Because I feel like we're so disconnected. Like if I'm going out on a date, like it's our, you know what I'm saying? Like we're out to talk, not like be disconnected. So is that like a deal breaker if you're like, if that person's always on the phone, or are you the one that's always on your phone?
Okay, so I'll respond to that in two ways. It's not a deal breaker unless it's excessive, because the type of women the type of girl that I would date or be with, they basically live off of their phone, their emails,
you did a lot of auditions.
People, right. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. When you're dealing with the industry, you have to know. And I get, it's okay, let me glance real fast. Oh, I can call them later. I respect that, because in case it is an important phone call, like if I'm dating you and be like, hey, babe, look, this is what I do. I'm actually waiting on an important phone call if I know it's coming. But a lot of times, I just rather communicate it and be like, yo, this is the situation. So if you see me on my phone, this is what I'm looking for.
I respect this.
For me, the phone situation is this, because I'm notorious for checking my phone when I'm by myself. So when I'm out with somebody, my instinct is, oh, let me see what's coming into the phone, because of the same reason. You're thinking about what's coming in. But I'm very conscious that when I'm on a date, personally, what I do is I put my phone on Do Not Disturb and put it in my pocket, because I don't even want the notification. Now, that's the first date. Now, by the time we're hanging out multiple times, I'm going to be transparent with you and say, listen, I own a business. And for me, by the time anything is texted me or emailed to me, that means it's gone so far up the totem pole that nobody else can handle it, and it's got to me because I'm the top dog. So if it's to me, it's probably a fire I need to put out immediately. So I'm going to check my phone every now and again, but I promise I'll do it in a minimal way. So here's how I do it. I'm real good about it. I'll wait until it's a moment in the conversation where things are slower, or they say I need to go to the restroom. I say, cool, I'm just going to check my phone while you're in the restroom. I just say it rather than look like I'm trying to
because when they leave and come back and look like, oh, why you put your phone up?
I saying. Or if I see them checking their phone at some point in time, they see their phone, I'm like, oh, go ahead and check it. I need to respond to this email anyway. Because people gotta check their phone. Anybody who don't have to check their phone for nothing probably don't have a whole lot going on. And that's not my type anyway. You see what I'm saying?
Facts, because they'll look at you. Why are you on your phone so much? Can't you just be here? Oh,
I'm like, why are you not checking it ever?
I guess it's different because that makes a lot, because I've never been with people who just texted based off like emails. It's just always been like, I'm gonna be on Instagram.
Oh no,
Yeah, but like that's different. Like being on your phone, like I get that. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm never gonna be like, you know what I'm saying? F that. Like we out.
Reasonable.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like if we're out and there's just nothing but like social media, I feel like that's kind of like disrespectful.
I agree. That's the ultimate. All right, we got one final question for you, and this is your appeal to the audience, okay? You said you haven't been in a relationship for quite some time, and your queen may be watching right now. She said, that's my man, honey. She said, listen, he can help me stay fit. He can cook for me, baby. Apparently, he got a mean stroke on him too, honey. And he got a tongue that's everlasting that doesn't stop, all right? Now, here's the thing. You got to appeal to her right now and tell her why you're dateable. What would you tell her about why you're dateable?
Ah, dang, I'm about to make me flustered. All right. I'm dateable because... For one, you don't got to worry about breakfast in bed. I got you. 2, you don't have to worry about if I believe in God, because I do. 3, you don't ever got to worry about me or you falling off the weight, because I got us in check. I got the meal plan and I got the gym advice. And you don't even got to worry about...
Well, look him in the eyes. Make him.
I don't know. I'm over here thinking. I can't think when I'm looking in the eyes. I don't know. All right, I'm going to just act like I'm looking in the eyes.
Look into her eyes. Make her feel you.
All right.
And he eats a mean box.
I eat a mean box. Yeah, I'm hungry later and I have the munchies. All right. Like, I'm ambitious. You know, like I got a good head on my shoulders. 2020 is the year, so I better start sliding today. Get ready.
How they dropping your DMs?
How they dropping my DMs? They be just hard eyes on the shirtless pics. I do thirst traps. Y'all want me to do thirst traps all the time, but y'all don't even know. Like I do thirst traps.
What's your page? How do they follow you?
Oh, like my Instagram is DAMI.O. So yeah, you're gonna see a lot of shirtless pics, and if y'all follow me tonight, I might see some on the stories.
And I'll tell you this, y'all. You are an absolute star. I love it. What I love about you is that you are very honest about your strengths as well as the things that, you know, may be challenges for you. You're very transparent. I appreciate that. And I think, to me, just sitting here, ladies, to me, that's the sign of a balanced man. Because any man who says he's perfect in every way, run fast. Okay? But before we close out, where can they find our shirts, Rich?
So look, call me daddy. I'm the catch. Y'all can find it right there in that link. Y'all see the link right there? Go to that link right there. Link is also in the bio. And make sure y'all go get something. Or y'all can just call me daddy.
And we have these shirts in pretty much all sizes, and we do ship globally. So go ahead and get your shirt now. Thanks so much for being on.
I appreciate it. Thank you for even asking.
Well, y'all like, comment, share, and subscribe. And until our next episode of Dateable, we'll see you soon.